Who's the guest for today?
Mika Saunders. You met Mika, I believe. And T.L. Barrett.
Oh, with Cleo Center?
Yeah.
You want to put a bet in on Mika hairstyle?
Are they going to talk about Cleo fast?
No, the golf house.
I got 10 to say it's going to be short.
I was going to say short.
I got 10 and she going to come in braids because it's
already said
summertime.
it. You on social media. I know you be good.
Oh, yeah. Is she coming back from a trip or something? You know if she's coming back from a trip at all?
I don't know.
Okay.
She's going to have braids when she come back from the trip.
If she's coming back, she's definitely
y'all know her. Y'all don't know her.
That's the thing that always...
What's this song?
Welcome Home by Kirk Franklin. When we was in high school, like you would see a girl come to school with braids, like she was a fight. She got grease on her face. It's on.
Oh my God, for real.
I remember when Angela Yee and Keisha Cole got into it. Angela Yee came with the braids. That was radio heavy.
Why you guys starting fighting with Keisha Cole?
Keisha Cole started fighting herself. You got 2.5.
Joel, the guest is supposed to call in around 12:15-ish.
Yeah, bro, time. Huh? 12:10?
Is it? Yeah, 12:15. Yeah, that's what Adam said.
Yeah, one there.
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2.
New week, new grace, new goals. When you start your week in God's presence, you move differently. You'll feel like you're at home. You think clearer, you walk bolder, and you speak with power. His presence brings peace, direction, and the strength to handle anything that comes your way. So don't rush into the week. Align with the one who holds it all together. In your presence, there is fullness of joy, and you'll be like the song saying, welcome home. It's your main man, Action Jackson, and you're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. It is my favorite day of the week. Of course, any day above ground is a good day to me. So I'm so excited to be back in the studio with the Brunch Bunches because guess what? All right, we got... Oh, the gentleman came back with a little energy this weekend. I want to ask Jarrell what he was doing, but listen.
Man, come on, man. You know my birthday tomorrow, man.
All right, it's his birthday. Man. Well, listen, we're going to turn up all week because we're not only celebrating Jarrell's life, we're celebrating life. And if you're listening to the sound of my voice, that means God gave you another opportunity. So as Charmaine from Uncle Remus always says, call your friends and your frenemies and tell them to tune in to the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390.
Fabulous.
I'm calling you.
Who calling?
T.L. Barry.
You know what number they calling from? Or like the last?
No.
I know last time, bro. I thought it was one person.
And it was somebody else.
In the road, you want.
Is he on it? Well, yeah.
You see what's going on in LA right now?
Yeah.
Basically, like LA riots part 2.
What? Who got hit?
Because of ICE and stuff. Like the immigration, they blocking off streets and stuff and shooting protesters.
Cuss the word.
Call RV Pest Solutions now at 312-217-9605. That's 312-217-9605.
Yes.
Pest Solutions, protecting what matters most to you.
Black men are dying, and you could be part of the solution. Join us for the most fun you've ever had.
What's up, Letitia Strahan, DJ B-Lo? Your birthday coming up.
Come and join us at Washington Park, where you can enjoy
B-Lo Gemini.
No, he at the end of June, the 21st, I think.
This event is free and open
I
to the
mean,
public.
Crazy
So
Cancer,
bring
that's
your
pretty much the
dad,
same thing.
uncle, brother, son, anyone you care about. Visit aawellness.org to learn more about the event and how you can help. That's aawellness.org. See you there.
Imagine this: you're asleep and suddenly
You got
your
1 minute.
phone
Oh, there
alerts
you
you.
go.
Someone's
You
at your
ready?
door. Would you rather be caught
Oh,
off
he here?
guard or be in control?
Okay, what's going on?
Hello?
Hold on, I'm connected to TL Barrett. 1 second.
All right.
The experts in life safety and security.
And
All right, there you go.
Secure Home Automation
All right, this is
offering
1390. Can you hear me?
for new customers.
Hello, this is 1390. Can you hear me?
Too late. Call
Hello, this is 1390. Can you hear me?
866-447-3344.
That's right. Call Secure Home and Automation today at 866-4.
Hello, this is 1390. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, this is 1390. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? This is TL.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, great. All right. Sir, we got about 30 seconds till we hit the air. Marcel's gonna come on and then he's gonna bring you on. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Stay put. We got about 30 seconds.
Okay.
All right, Marcel, you ready?
I'm like Freddie, I stay ready.
277-6772. Where's the action? Jackson.
So what's going on? Joining us today on the Brunch Bunch is T.L. Barrett III, Senior Advisor to the CEO of the Clio Center. He's here to share details about their 4th annual golf fundraiser at the historic Cog Hill Golf and Country Club, an event dedicated to raising $250,000 to support youth, families, and violence prevention on Chicago's South Side. We'll hear more about the Clio Center's vital mission, their impactful work, and how the community can get involved in building a stronger, safer Chicago. Let's give a warm Brunch Bunch welcome to T.L. Barrett III. Brother T.L., how are you feeling?
I am fantastic. Thank you. How's it going today?
It is going great. We are excited about your upcoming event that's going down this Wednesday. Can you talk to us about the event and why it's such a worthy cause?
Absolutely. So first and foremost, thank you all so much for giving me this airtime, and I've been a long listener of the 1390 family, and appreciate the time today. So as far as the event goes, this is our 4th annual event. We started it just like, hey, let's do something different outside of our normal programming, and it's been a hit every year. And so this year it's at, as you mentioned, it's at the historic Cog Hill Golf Course in Lamont, Illinois. We tee off at 9 a.m. We still have a couple hours to get some people registered in terms of golfing, because we have to submit the names and everything today. But registration is still open, and you can visit www.cliogolfouting.com, and that's K-L-E-O, Clio. And that way you can see all of the information about the event, how to participate, be it just a donation, or if you want to play golf, or if you want to be a sponsor. There's multiple ways to help our mission. So I appreciate the time this morning.
So, Brother TL, just for the listeners who may not know exactly, can you tell us about the Clio Center and the inspiration behind its founding?
Absolutely. So in 2007, we lost our baby sister. There were 7 of us growing up with my mom and dad, and the baby sister was taken by domestic violence, and her name is Cleo. K-L-E-O. So prior to that happening, she and my brother Tori, who's the CEO of Cleo, they talked about starting a community center. And so once the tragedy happened, Tori decided, hey man, we got two ways we can go with this. We can continue on in her legacy, or we can go off and retaliate. So he chose to continue on with her legacy. And so in 2008, we opened the doors to the community center. We've touched thousands of lives since then. We have 4 major programs that we do on an annual basis. We have a after-school matters program where we do performing arts for kids. We have a food pantry we do monthly with the Greater Chicago Food Depository. We now control and centers on the north side of Chicago. And then we have a back-to-school Peace Fest rally that we do at the end of the year that helps around 1,500, 2,000 students get back to school with school supplies and things of that nature. So we've been operating since 2008, and today we have a staff of over 200 people at the Clio Center.
Oh, wow.
And we're just giving back to the community as well as, we also hire kids in the summertime for our summer youth program, where we employ about 200 to 300 people, 200 to 300 kids in the summer as well. So we do a lot. It's a lot. It's a labor of love, and we just want to make sure we give back any way we can.
So as you aforementioned, and kudos to you all for taking a tragic situation and using it to help others deal with trauma and get through life. And so, of course, for those of us who do know the Clio Center, I know that you guys are doing some amazing work. So this is your 4th annual golf fundraiser, as you aforementioned. This is actually my first time coming to I am registered. I will be there Wednesday. I'm excited. Shout out to Nikki Hayes and Melody Winston, who got me coming out. Now, I've already planned when I leave the show to go get my golf outfit, because I can't play a lick of golf, but I'm going to look nice. That is half the battle. So what can we expect from this year's event at Cog Hill?
Yeah, so we'll open it up around 8 a.m. With registration, and then there'll be a kickoff speech. We'll have a welcome around 8:45. 9 a.m. is when we tee off, and then on the course we have a number of holes where you can win prizes, right? The longest drive or closest to the pin. Hey, we got a $25,000 hole in one. So if you hit the ball once and it goes directly in the hole, you can win $25,000, right?
Wow.
We have a number of vendors that may be on site, and then afterwards we'll have lunch. So we'll serve lunch to everyone. There'll be an awards ceremony. We have a raffle where you can participate in a raffle all throughout the event and win some really cool prizes. So it's not for just a golf player, right? It's for anyone that wants to support the organization. We'll have some people that can really play golf, and we'll have some that have never golfed before. And everyone are welcome. Everyone is welcome to participate any way they can. And so it's going to be a fun day. It's going to be hot, but it's going to be a great day for a worthy cause.
Perfect weather for a perfect cause. And Facebook is saying, spoken like a true black man. I can't play, but I'll be sharp. Yes. Now, I must warn you, I told Melody and Nikki, because we got our foursome together. And out of the 4 of us, none of us can play. I said, so I don't know if we get put off the golf course because we're having too much fun, but we're going to make it a great cause and have a good time. So you mentioned that the center focuses on a wide range of initiatives, from violence prevention and economic development. Can you share a recent success story or impact that stands out?
Yeah, I can tell you, we're launching our summer job program, and I mentioned this earlier, but I don't think I did enough justice, right? So we employed 300 youth.
Oh, wow.
The one requirement is you have to live in the city of Chicago, right? So we bring you in for orientation once you get hired. It's called One Summer Chicago. And we employ 300 youth where we bring you in orientation, then we place you at job sites, be it McDonald's or Walmart or a church or whoever has aligned with us to partner on this initiative. And so we have a number of job sites throughout the city where we employ youth over the summer, so it gives them something to do, right? We teach them job skills. We help them earn money as opposed to them just being out unguided during the day over the summertime. So we've been running with that program, I don't know, the last 5, 6, 7 years, for as long as I can remember. So that's one of our items that's kicking off right now. I think we start in 2 weeks is when our first when we go live with that group. So that's been a great mainstay for us within Chicago.
Well, that is no easy feat to hire and employ 300 of Chicago's youth. So kudos to you all for that. And so, believers, it is not too late. Brother T.L. Barrett III said that there are a few slots left to register before they shut it down. If you want to join me on the golf course, how can they get their tickets? What's the website again? And so we can sell it out.
Yeah, so I'll be bold and give my personal contact info as well, so they can reach me directly at tlbarrett3@cleocenter.org, or they can go to cleogolfouting.org, www.cleogolfouting.com. Sorry, cleogolfouting.com. So those are the two ways that you can reach out and get registered and participate in our 4th annual golf fundraiser.
I am excited. Listen, CleoGolfOuting.com. Get your tickets. That's Cleo with a K. Or email tlbarrett3@cleocenter.org and let them know you heard them on the Brunch Bunch and you're interested in golfing. Listen, I am looking forward to it, Brother Barrett. Thank you for all of the work that you and your family are doing, not only in the community, but in the body of Christ. Kudos to your famous father, Pastor T.L. Barrett, who has done a tremendous job throughout the Church of God in Christ and just the body of Christ at large. So we appreciate the Barrett family and all that you are doing. Thank you for joining us on the Brunch Bunch.
You're welcome, and thank you all so much. Have a great week. Looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday.
All right. Well, listen, believers, if you want to see me fly on the golf course, go to CleoGolfOuting.com. And you know what? I'm a man of faith. So I'm going to believe God that I may hit that hole in one and win that $25,000. Now, if I don't hit the hole in one by the time I swing hard, I hope I don't hit nobody. But we're going to have a good time. Thank you, Brother Barrett. We're going to pray that it continues to be your season to be blessed. And we're dedicating this next song to the Cleo Center. It's Norman Hutchins. It's your season right here on the Brunch Bunch.
Lucas guests are here, but I don't know if Lucas is here.
Oh, you good? I'm gonna get him off the phone.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Brother Barrett. Mark, you can't party all weekend, man. Where your energy at?
We had like 6 events.
Yeah, you the booking king, ain't it? You just book, huh?
On the west side.
I heard y'all was on the west side. Marcel, I enjoyed the Mother's Day and June event. Everyone must have won VIP tickets because we sat mid-section. The seats were still good. My husband, daughter, and I had a good time. The bands did their thing. All right. I'm glad. I didn't know it was happening already. Why did I think it was at the end of the month? But I'm glad you enjoyed it. So we got some new team members. We have a new team member. And I think the other one is just a bonus team member. We got to see what kind of work he's going to put in, and maybe we'll raise him a love offering or something, you know. But Brother Zion Ali. Oh, look, we ain't raising no love offering now, Martin. Look at you know what?
You know what I do.
Right, Jarrell, dang.
He's like one of the biggest. He's like one of the biggest youth in Chicago.
I turn love off. What's going on here?
Oh, speaking of love, we got to get ready for Wednesday, and I'm not going to be here. We got to move hooking Jarrell up to next Wednesday. Because I won't be here tomorrow or Wednesday.
Hook me up with one of them loans, bro. Give me one of them grants or something, bro. That's what I want, bro. Give me one of them $350,000 that you be passing out.
We got to get you married, man.
No, give me one of them grants, my bro. I want to know.
Is Mika coming?
She should be. She said she was running late, but that was a while ago.
Oh, she texted.
Oh, she's here.
You want to, in the road, you want to.
Mika commercial. Don't she got an intro? Yeah, Zion Ali is an up and coming. He's a local celebrity now, but he is an up and coming international superstar.
Black men are dying. You could be part of the solution. Join us for the most fun you'll ever have at a doctor's appointment. It's the Black Men's Wellness Day happening Saturday, June 14th.
Would you?
Join us in Washington Park.
You know what? You can get put out.
No, that's
Yeah, you about to get put out.
It's free, open to the public. So bring your dad, uncle, brother, son, anyone you care about. Visit aawellness.org to learn more about the event and how you can help. That's aawellness.org. See you there.
Where's Tammy said that prayer?
Mm-hmm.
she's always she out of town.
Yeah,
She's always out of town.
yeah. The life of the rich and famous.
I wonder how that movie doing that she was doing. That she
You went and saw it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Icon.
She
When it
said,
was Icon.
all right, because they closed now, right?
So the type of video you want me to the same type of video you did birthday party or is it
So,
something specific?
good recap video, and try now to get us talking points. So one of the things that I've been told is people want to hear more of me and what we're talking about. So if it's a good, catch a good clip of me talking, so you'll do 3 videos. Just a regular recap, cool. Oh, no, but I like how you did the one at the birthday party. You added some words. Yeah. So you can do like that.
But he'll make it.
We do In the Raw, that's Tammy's segment. We do What's Going On, that's my segment. And then we have a guest. So
This
it's
is a guest.
yeah, so it usually should be like 3 videos. And I'm saying this on Facebook Live, YouTube and LinkedIn Live. We do not send any guests any of our videos or pictures without permission. They come through me, and then I'll forward them. Okay? They're going to all ask you on the side. Trust me. Can you take these pictures? Can you send them? Mm-mm. Y'all work here, not for them.
But we ask you if
Yeah, let me know. And we could send them from the Brunch email. Yay, I won! Because Mika's here, I'm a winner.
What are you talking about?
And we bet on your hairstyle.
Did y'all?
Yes. Jarrell said he bet you were going to have a nice short do. I bet that you were going to have braids.
Yeah, we in braids for the whole summer.
Only because I did see your social media too.
25 seconds.
Tomorrow, today. If you or anyone you know is uninsured, underinsured, or you just need a free assessment of your life insurance.
Hello, I'm sorry,
So
y'all.
you can get prepared to retirement.
Good.
Go ahead and give us a phone call.
Mika, did you? Yes, Ashley and Julian Golden.
Again, that's 815.
I ran into somebody from
6772.
your team.
It's Money Monday with Money Mika, helping you to secure your financial future. Sponsored by the Prosperous Dynasty.
Well, of course, it is Money Monday with Money Mika. It seems like I have not seen her in so long. And I'm wondering, is it because it's always usually her out of town? Or did I miss a Monday or something? Because it seems like it's been like...
You definitely missed the Monday.
Oh, and you was definitely out of town. But we are so happy to have Mika back. Mika is the founder of the Prosperous Dynasty, and she's brought 2 inspiring guests with her, Ashley and Julian Golden. Julian, a former FedEx and rideshare driver, discovered the power of finance to create freedom and build a legacy. Ashley, a former CNA facing serious health challenges, found a new path that allowed her to prioritize her family and well-being while building wealth. Together, they're here to share their powerful journeys and how they're helping others break financial barriers and build a better future. Let's give a warm brunch welcome to Money Mika and the crew.
Hey, we are super excited to be here. I'm excited to have a partnership in the room with me. Marcel, off the time I come, I always my top producer, but it's usually just one person, right?
Mm-hmm.
But one thing about our business is that we are very big on family. We are very big on partnerships, and we believe that when you make a transition from going from traditional working into entrepreneurship, we want to make sure that you're able to do that with your family.
Yeah.
And so Ashley and Julian, they do this together as a married couple. They're building a business, and they were the top producers.
Whoa!
So, big deal. So they are here.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because let me just say, whenever Mika brings somebody from the team, trust that they had to have worked hard. So I knew when you walked through the door, I said, oh, they got all the money last month. Welcome to the show, Ashley and Julian. Listen, Mika, I'm gonna let you run with it. You know, I'm gonna just jump in and get in where I fit in. You know, but this is your show right now.
Okay, well then, let me get this going then. Okay. So I just want to definitely allow Ashley and Julian to just kind of talk more about your journey since you've been in this business, helping families. Like, just talk to everyone a little bit about what you love most about what we do.
What I love most is just showing people that there's more than one way where you can, earn income. And I was used to trading all my time in. I've had 2 jobs before, working anywhere from 50 to 80 hours a week, and just finding a different way, a different solution. But not only that, but showing other people how to do the same thing. A lot of people I talk to, they think that's the only way, and I love being able to sit down with them, show them that hey, there's more than one way to skin a cat. We can make money, we can build wealth, get out of poverty. We don't have to live in debt. We don't have to live check to check. So that's one of my favorite things about that.
I love that. Wow. And Marcel, he's the lead agent. We don't have to, all of the people on my team are usually women that are lead agents that's running it, but Julian is running this thing. Okay, so let's give it up for the mighty man.
Yes.
So, what about you, Ashley?
For me, I guess for me it's just the energy that I carry to be able to actually talk to people, talk to strangers. For example, I met a lady on a Thursday, and I was in her home the next day, less than 24 hours. She had talked about talking to somebody previously, but we were able to help her out.
Wow.
Her and her whole entire family. She didn't know me from Adam. Being able to, like Julian said, show people that there is another way.
Wow.
To make it.
That's
now, I'm here where I jump in because I like what you said. And so, for those that don't know, if they must be living under a rock if they don't know. But what does, to you, Julian and Ashley, what does your business focus on specifically? And who are the people or communities you aim to serve? Because you talked about meeting a lady on a Thursday and in a house on a Friday, right?
Yes.
And so let's talk about who you're serving and why.
Serving people who need our services. The biggest thing about what we do is helping people get out of debt. Helping people get out of debt, showing them, where to invest their money, showing them how to invest their money, showing them how to buy money, become properly protected. We have 2 things. If you're going to live too long, you're going to die too soon. Show them how to cover for you on both ends.
Did you miss that? He said how to buy money.
I did, and I'm like, all right, explain.
How to buy money. I want to elaborate on that because I want people that are listening to understand we have the opportunity to buy money. When we talk about life insurance, people hear the term life insurance and we think one thing, but truly what you are doing, you are buying money. Anytime you can go ahead and pay $50 to be able to be protected for $500,000 or $1 million, you can be protected for that amount. That means I'm paying $50 a month, and your price may vary, but $50 a month to be able to obtain $500,000 in the future for my family. You're buying money. That's how powerful life insurance is, and sometimes people miss that because we think, oh, it's just if I die, this severe policy. No, we want to buy money. We want to be able to add generational wealth to families. First, the best way to create first generational wealth is by way of life insurance, and that's what you mean by being able to buy money. I like that. Okay,
I like that too. All right, listen, we talking buying money. And you said either you live too long or you die too soon.
Either way, we have you covered.
Either way, you covered. And let's talk about that. How does that coverage look?
So if you live too long, that means you live longer than you want to work. You want to produce. So you have your investments in place that's going to help you on the back end. If you die too soon, you're down in the age where you can still produce. People are still relying on your income, and that's where that life insurance comes in, and that's where that buying money comes in. So you don't have to leave your family financially and emotionally broken. The financial part is enough, but you don't want to add the emotional part to that as well and combine those two. So we can help you on one end. We can't replace that person, but we can replace that person's income.
That's so good. That's so good. I love. I just not met someone. I saw someone again after years. We were at an event. I was there with a few teammates and 2 different ladies I ran into. One, her mother had passed away. And she talked to me about 10 years ago when I first got involved in the business. You know, we introduced these concepts to her. Her father was still protected, but they had investments. So the mom's policy had expired. Had been years, had expired, but she had been investing. And so she's like, my father is good because he'd been investing. He'd been really living these principles and saving and investing his money for the long term, for the long run. And now they're good. I had another young lady who her mom was still insured with us. And she passed away. And she's like, man, my father doesn't have to worry about anything because we had that life insurance policy. And so now it's like we've been in the business long enough to be able to see these or hear these testimonies. Whereas years ago, we didn't have these testimonies, but now it's 10 years in. And unfortunately, people are passing away. And now we get to have the proof to say, hey, being able to invest your money works, and also having life insurance works as well. So I love that point. That's what we do.
That is, and that was a rewarding story, right? And to hear those type of things. So, Julian and Ashley, what has been the most rewarding part of building this business together?
I would say the time freedom. My business is not nowhere near where we want it to be yet. We're definitely on the way, but it still allows us to have some time for each other and our family.
Yeah, because that's the most important thing.
Yes.
We're not getting time back.
No.
No matter how much money you buy, you can't buy no time. And so we want to make sure that we're living the lives that we are blessed to live the right way. And so what about for you, Julian? What's been the most rewarding part of building this business?
Just working with my wife, being able to build something together, being able to build a business where we can pass down to our children. Our children, they need to be a little bit more active, but we have our two older sons who are actually part of our business as well.
Oh, wow, okay.
You know, we're getting them all. You know, they're coming on slow, but just being able to build a family business.
That's it.
And again, going with that time freedom. You know, the ability to have a time where we can do our business, but we don't have to spend all week, all day doing it, and go out and we can actually enjoy what we do.
Mika, you have thousands on thousands on thousands on thousands of people, and which is an amazing thing. What are some things that you see in the ones that are gonna rise to the top? Because I know you, and when we're in the room, we know who's gonna get it, who can do it. What are some of the things that you see?
Yes. So, and it's crazy you asked that question because specific to the Goldens, you don't know this, but they don't even live in Illinois. Okay?
Oh, wow.
So they drive 2 hours from Wisconsin. Every meeting that we have, they are there. Sometimes they have their daughter with them in the office. And so there's a determination that I see in people, a work ethic that I see in people. Even when the numbers were not hitting for them, they were building, getting it going. They never gave up. They never talked like, they didn't believe that they can win here. They still believed in themselves. They still showed up. And there was a determination for them really focused on the vision they have for their families and they still have for their family. And when I see that, it doesn't matter what the numbers look like right now. Even if you're not protecting any families right now, but you're doing all of the other right things, I feel like that's one of the main things that I look for in a person that I know can be a great regional vice president.
Wow.
And I see that.
I didn't know that. 2 hours. You can't even get people to drive 20 minutes to church sometimes. That is determination.
No, she know we're gonna be in the building.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what's going on. She can text and say, okay, we're going to Indiana. Okay. And we're going to pull up.
This girl was picking up, I hope you don't mind me sharing this.
Go ahead.
But I didn't know she was in the hospital, okay? And I'm just texting her about her numbers and all of this stuff. And she's like, okay, coach, just so you know, I'm in the hospital. I'm like, wait, what? She's like, but it's okay. I just talked to the nurse. And I'm going to be talking to her about what we do later on. And that right there, it's like, man, she's not complaining about her current situation, being sick, being in the hospital, but she's using this as an opportunity to continue to make sure that she grows her business for that vision. So
that's amazing. Huge. That is amazing. Yeah. Well, the first part of the battle is showing up.
Yep.
And if you show up, you've already accomplished more than most people. So I'm glad Mika shared that testimony. You both come from very different but powerful personal journeys. But how have your experiences shaped the way you approach helping others financially?
For me, it's knowing where I was, and when I talk to people, I see where they are, and trying to bring them from that spot. So, you know, for the guy who's working for his family, you know, who's down to do whatever, but still not being able to make it, you know, being able to share with him, you know, my story, what I'm going through, what I'm doing, and giving them the opportunity, or even, it doesn't matter man or woman, but giving that person the opportunity to do the same thing I'm doing. I think that's
amazing.
Ask the question one more time. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Look,
What
so
your personal experiences? You've been in the hospital. You've had health challenges. You kept working. How has that helped your approach with helping others financially?
It helps my approach tremendously. It makes it more genuine, authentic, because we all have a story. We all have a story, and you never know what somebody is going through. So, with that being said, it opens me up to be able to talk to anyone. So,
yeah, and what I can add on to that actually, because that's what you've gone through. Because I know your story. There's a thing called uninsurable, right? And so when you have health issues, right, we always tell people the perfect time to get life insurance is today. Yeah. Right? If you didn't get it yesterday, today is the perfect time, because you can't get your youth back and you cannot get your health back. And so when you have certain health issues, you become uninsurable. Yep. Right? And there's some people who you're healthy right now. You're thinking, oh, I'll get life insurance later. You know, I'll start that thing later. But you never know what's going to happen. And it's really not your decision on if you get life insurance. It's the company's decision. Yep. And so being able to get life insurance while you are young and healthy is very important, because once those health issues, if they were to come, it is going to be way more challenging for you to get coverage, to get that income protection. And so that's what comes to mind when I think of your story of like, okay, you had some health challenges, right? If someone waits, you will not be able to get insurance in the future.
And the worst feeling in the world is getting a letter from your insurance company saying, sorry, we cannot cover you. Yep. And we've been there, done that. Yep. And got the T-shirt to prove it. And it makes it harder, because now you got to save more money. You got to have more investments, because it's not like the $50 a month for $500,000. Right. Now you got to put up $500,000 to have $500,000. So you definitely don't want to have that conversation too late. But if you're listening to this story right now saying, I really want to learn how I can live a better life and protect myself and my family, because if I live too long or die too soon, I want to make sure that we're protected. All you got to do is text money to 815-277-6772. That's 815-277-6772. And I'll tell you this, Mika, with all 100,000 of her agents, I'm speaking it into existence, with all 100,000 of her soon-to-have team, she still answers the phone. She still texts back. She still mentors. She still uplifts. And you don't want to miss the opportunity to be on a team like this with Julian and Ashley and Mika, where they can help you. So text money just to have a free consultation about your life. Are you properly insured? Are you making the proper investments? Because let me tell you, some of us do it on our own, and then we be like, wait, I ain't making no money. So because you invested in the wrong thing. But, you know, I thought I had $100,000 policy, and it's only a $10,000 policy. You got to text and get with the money team and let them help you. Text money to 815-277-6772. And then I promise, after you talk to Mika and her team, you'll say, just like Ricky Dillard, God is great. God is great right here on the Brunch Lunch. That wasn't the next song. That's why I talk slow. I was making sure he caught it. So I bet people be listening like, is something wrong with it? Right. Oh my goodness. Listen, Facebook, make sure you text Mika.
I'm just like, I've been overfilled for the past year. See, you just don't know, like, you just started, like, getting me outside. Like, I've been inside. Like, I'm for real.
I'll be outside.
Okay. I was put up for a minute. I'm outside
now. Julian, you all right with that, huh? Well, you know it's money making, right? They ain't dancing on tables at Well, I don't know. I just seen the Protestant dynasty turn up a little bit too.
This is not that type of show.
I was somewhere and they said, "Hey, Marcel," and I was just like, "Hey." She was like, "You don't know me." I was like, "Yes, I do." I was like,
Hey, wait.
she was like, "I'm on Mika's team." I was like, "I know." I couldn't remember who it was. You got 100,000 people. Hard to keep up.
It's a huge thing.
Yeah. Praise the Lord.
How much time we got?
We got three and a half left. How much you want?
Just one more minute.
Want to go towards the business side?
Yep. Cause we kind of say business, but then we touch them on personal. But let's just talk
Licensing, making money.
This one.
What part of Wisconsin you guys in? Milwaukee.
Now you know they in Milwaukee.
You know, I didn't want to assume.
A lot of people, they be like, I didn't even know there was black people in Milwaukee. It's
A lot.
I don't know where you're from.
Yeah.
That's where they at.
And a lot of them from Chicago. Yep.
Oh, that's a video. That's okay.
That's not your
all my friends I know, I grew up with from Chicago.
I'm gonna get us a better one on Snap.
Ready, myself?
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2.
God is great and greatly to be praised. Faith without works is dead. You cannot just have faith that God is going to bless you. You have to work your faith. And when God gives you an ear to hear good news, you got to listen to it and you got to apply it. And that's what you're getting right here on the Brunch Bunch, because Money Mika brought the money team, Julian and Ashley, all the way from Wisconsin to educate you all. But one thing that Julian said that so many of us experience is he was working 50 to 80 hours per week. Some of us think, oh, we're going to work 40 hours. And after you're done with that 40 hours, you can't pay the bills. You got to go work another 20 hours, then another 20. And then you get into this rat race, right? Yep. Where you're trading time for money. You are not living. You put up and you ain't outside because you can't afford to go outside. You ain't got time to go outside. But what Mika and the Prosperous Dynasty is doing is you're helping people not only properly get coverage for their families, but you're saying, hey, if you're interested in an opportunity, we will bring you on board. We will help you get licensed. We'll cover. Don't give me the line of what they gonna cover, but it's a discount. It's a discounted rate to be licensed, and not just one license. Let's talk about that.
Yes, that's exactly what we do. That's actually where my passion is. I love that part of our business, because what we've realized is that a lot of people just do not make enough money. And so we hear it all the time that people say, I don't have time. And we always ask, well, how long do you think it would take for you to do something like what we do? Typically, it takes about an hour for us to meet with someone, get a life insurance and investment plan in place. So it does not take a lot of time. I used to be a registered nurse. And what I realized myself is that I was working from 7 p.m. until 7 a.m. overnight. After taxes, I was only bringing home about $272. Okay, bring home. Take out the taxes, y'all. How much do you really bring home? And so when I sit down with a client and help them with life insurance, I was able to go ahead and bring in about $500 in 1 hour of my time. And so I was about to have a child, start a family. So I wanted to free up some time. And so for me, it was a no-brainer to go ahead and pursue this, to get a life insurance license first. That's the foundation, making sure that you have a life insurance license. And even if it's like not a career change for people, think about when you go to a funeral. I know when my grandmother passed away, the first thing we all thought about, we need life insurance. Everybody needs to make sure they all have the right life insurance. We all need to make sure. So the whole family focused on life insurance. So even if you're like, oh, I wouldn't want to do this for a career, think about when you go to the next funeral and there's going to be family members and friends who need to get a life insurance policy and you have a license. You're in position to say, hey, I can help you. And even if I don't have the time to help you right now, I can pass you to someone else on the team that can help you because I have that license. And so we do help people get a life insurance license. We pay for their class. We pay for their license. Okay. So we do pay for that. We also help people get an investment license. We even pay for their investment license. Okay?
Wow.
And so now we say, hey, we can do everything a bank can do, okay? Because we can do life insurance, we can do investments, we can do college funds. And now the most recent license that our company is offering is a mortgage loan origination license. And so now we can also put people in a position to obtain their first home or refinance their home that they're already in. And so truly, our goal is to help families become more financially independent. And so some people join just for the education. They want to learn all of this, what I'm talking about, right? Other people join because they love to help people and they know that somebody's going to need this at some point. And other people join because they want to make money. Okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'll take money for 100, Alex.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. And so let me ask, let's go back. When you guys, because you're from Wisconsin,
Yes.
so I'm like, how did y'all find out about it? But when you were first approached, because there's some of us that we're just so busy, right? And you're saying, I don't have time to do nothing else. I'm working 50 to 80 hours already. Can we talk to that? Because I know somebody's listening saying, I hear this, I hear the story, but how, when you first were approached, how did you receive it? How long did it take you to do it? And when did that light bulb turn on and say, let me hop into this?
So for me, you know, I'm kind of a person, I don't like people to talk to me. I used to, you know. If you see me walking down the street, don't say nothing. You're not gonna work.
Yeah, you ain't from Chicago. You from Milwaukee. We got that Southern here. We like speaking, but I get it.
You know, so someone actually asked me, and initially I was like, I wanted to blow it off, but you know, that day I was at like hour 14. I hurt my hand at work. I was on a FedEx truck. I was tired. When he asked me, like I said initially, I was like, nah. But I thought about it like, well, I do, you know, I do need some extra income. Like I said, how my day went was I would get up about 4:30, 4:45, be out the door by 5:15. I start my Uber and Lyft. When I get done with that, go from 8 o'clock to about whenever we got done. Usually that's about 7, 8 o'clock in the day, you know. And after then, I would go drive again to about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. So for me, it was like, well, I'm not getting where I want to go doing this. I might as well at least hear this out. And for me, it was the when I was approached with it, when it was broken down and explained, I just seen an opportunity to at least get rid of one of the jobs. Like, okay, at least I can stop doing an Uber and Lyft. And after I think my first, maybe second pay, I quit everything. Just because I made more in that couple hours than I did working on both jobs.
The first week?
First, yeah.
Well, oh look, Jarrell, you can clap. Listen, I love my 8-man corner in here now. They just be clapping and woo-hooing with me. But that is amazing. Cause some people think, all right, Mika is saying, call me, she gonna help me. How long is it gonna take? It's gonna take me 3-4 months to finally start making money. But you just had a week.
Well, after I got licensed. So,
after you got licensed.
Yeah. So it didn't take that long to get licensed. The only thing that really held me up was just my work schedule. So when I went to go to the class was quick. Did the class, and I waited a little bit longer to take the test just because I needed the time because I was working. But I would say within a month total. So it was about 30, maybe 35 days total.
Wow. So,
it depends on the person.
Yes. Now I was gonna ask you. Now it's husband and wife team. Who brought who? Who heard it first?
No, we heard it together.
We heard it together, but I brought it to
Well, yeah, he brought it to me, but we heard it together.
Okay.
And when I heard the information, it was a no-brainer. I never thought I would be going into finances at all. But when you hear the information, you have to hear it with a different ear. You're hearing it from, the freedom standpoint, the, time freedom standpoint, because at that time, I was working the same shift. I was working 7P to 7A.
Wow.
And those hours catch up to you.
Yeah.
12-hour nights are no joke. And then when you're listening from a different ear, you're actually, this is bigger than insurance. This is how money works.
Yeah.
It's the education for me. It's the free education.
Free education.
And that's how I talk to people. Because if you go to school, you're gonna pay all of those years.
Yeah.
I'd rather do the years over here.
Yeah, man. Get paid while you're learning.
Yeah.
With that free education.
Right. Free education with the license that they pay for.
I love it. Well, listen, what I just heard is if you're tired of being tired, all you got to do is connect with the Prosperous Dynasty. Text money to 815-277-6772. That's 815-277-6772. And Mika and her team will take very good care of you. If you're listening right now and you heard I am not properly covered with life insurance, I don't have any investments set up for my family, you should text the Prosperous Dynasty. If you're saying I have some insurance, but I don't know if it's enough, you should text Prosperous Dynasty. If you're saying, you know what, I'm tired of the rat race and working 50 to 80 hours a week, and I don't want to cut that Uber app on no more right now. I want to get my time back and make some money. You got to text money to 815-277-6772. Now, I will end it with this. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. The financial service industry is an amazing industry to be in, but also to learn as much as you can learn. And do not despise humble beginnings. Because I remember when I first met Mika, and it wasn't 1,000+ people in the room.
No.
But she stepped out on faith. She learned all that she could learn, and she has been helping as many as she can help. And I approve this message.
Come on.
You should call Mika or text her. 815-277-6772. And I'm not even going to ask her for a referral fee. I'm just saying, call. You ain't got to buy me lunch. I just want to, well, she know me better than y'all.
Yeah.
Listen. But with Mika, Julie, and I just thank you for joining us on the Brunch Lunch. You know, it's always our aim to send you back better than you came. And believe us, I believe we did just that with this interview. I pray RVP.
Yes.
I pray it. I pray that God continues to open doors. And I pray that God makes the road easy. That's my prayer for you all. And Mika, I pray that, you know what, I'll say your prayer for next month. But believers, we encourage you to keep Love 24 alive. Tell someone that you don't know that you love them. Tell someone that you do know that you love them. Love will begin to spread like a wildfire. Tamara Fair, not on air, I love you. Mika, we love you.
I love y'all too.
Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you too. We get it done Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, right here on the Brunch Bunch on Inspiration 1390.
Great job. You're so funny.
That came to me right when I was saying, oh, wait, I got to talk to her. All right, Facebook, I will see you tomorrow. I'm running. I got to get my fancy golf outfit so I can look nice with my non-golfing self. See y'all later.